Hello everyone, and welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3 5th edition. Last time, we escaped the goblin camp while taking out some of the reinforcements they had at the gates, did some long resting and preparation, and found a back entrance that we might be able to utilize to get into the goblin camp's internal areas without being seen making our way up the main paths. One thing I did notice is that Shadowheart has 7 potions of healing here, and we've just passed over 6 more. So that seems excessive when everyone else has 5, 5, 6, and now Shadowheart has 13 respectively. So let's divvy some of that back out. And Shadowheart can hold on to a majority because they are the main healer. So you can have 9. Let's make sure Gale gets an extra one because he's the most fragile. And Astarion, you can have some as well because Andrew also has healing spell capabilities. So other than that, last we left off, we were going into the heart of the goblin encampment in order to try and figure out what we're doing, basically. This is the dragon and the Kresh situation that we don't want to be dealing with. So now we have to decide, are we going to try and get everybody in the back way, or are we going to try and take everyone in the front way? Now, the advantage of going in the front way is that we actually now have Disguise Self, Disguise Self, and Disguise Self on 3 of our party members, and Andrew is capable of wild shaping, so perhaps if he were a badger, maybe the other creatures would be fine just kind of leaving them alone, although that's not always gone the best for us. However, if we do want to get over there, if we want to come up the back route, we are going to need to spend a lot of spells getting across this bridge. Andrew can get by burrowing over as a badger or jumping over as a wolf. The other 3 would need jump or some other kind of magical assistance to get over here. And now that I think that through, between that and then the need for Featherfall up at the top here to get to this crag in the wall, that's a lot of resources spent just getting across this gap. That said, we're going to need to spend a lot of resources to get in the front way if we're going to have everybody use Disguise Self when we get round there. So, merits for both. It might be that we split the party, have Andrew do the burrowing out this side, so that he doesn't have to risk walking through camp wild-shaped and causing a commotion, and everybody else walks around the front. Because out here in the main body of the camp, I don't think that there's any kind of plot-related interactions apart from Volo is here unable to escape his captivity. So I think if we can get everybody wild-shaped and or what's it called? Disguised selved through the front, that's probably going to go best. So Andrew, you can stay here. Everyone else, we're going to make the long walk back round, and I'll jump cut round to the front of camp. And here we have the party of 3 at the front of camp, so we will proceed to have each of them transform into a drow, respectively. Just got to find it in the grid. That always likes to seem to shuffle. Right. Last time we did this, we went with exclusively male drow. I see no reason to change that, just at risk of changing what worked. There it is. The only problem we might find is that it's going to be tricky telling who's who in the heat of combat. But as long as we don't rush anything, the three of these guys should be just fine. So it doesn't appear that any kind of reinforcements have arrived out at the front of things. So we're just going to waltz on through like nothing happened. There were also some guys back there we already took care of. And so that is... Why? Hold on. Why has Astarion spent 2 spell slots already? I can't possibly think of a reason why this has happened. But I'm not going to go back and long rest about it now. Just either I'm not paying attention to something or something peculiar has occurred. But as we walk into camp, no one is giving us any crap, which is great. If I just click here, will they find their own path through the predefined sections we found to get up there? This route seems as good as any. Gale looks a little out of place in his wizard's robe as a drow, but I'm sure things aren't going to be as intricate as to get us hung up on that. Okay, you three can hang out there for one moment. Back over to Andrew, just across the way. And I'm inclined to go with Badger for this. Badger seems more... Oh. I don't know if a spider can make this jump, and that's the thing that we have to worry about first and foremost. So we're going to go Badger. The wolf could probably make this jump. I believe we've done that once previously before. But it's the vertical space that we need to move through later that is more concerning to me. But we can burrow down here, pop out there. Perfect. And then we can do the same trick to get down these cliffs. It's not exactly subtle when he bursts out of the ground, is it? I have no idea if that can be used offensively or not. But we will have him join the rest of the party and remain a badger rather than a dwarf for the time being. So we'll group everyone together. Let's take on some stealthing. And hopefully everyone should move in together. So previously we had a small cutscene where Shadowheart took umbrage with the particular prophet that was being worshipped here. The particular god, rather. And now we have the 4 of us up here. We can hear the screaming of people being tortured, which is just delightful. And now we have to figure out how to proceed in this whole situation. Because we've already come round, we've been around these rafters a little bit as Astarion. We've obviously avoided the ogre at the front door. There's some kind of locked grate down there. Ah, did we send any lockpicks back to... I think Shadowheart spent all hers, didn't she? Let's just change weight and type to reorder everything. Astarion has 13. And Shadowheart spent all of hers. So we're going to move some of these over. Split 10 to 3, please. And we'll send the 3 over to Shadowheart on the off chance that she gets caught out somewhere without one and Astarion isn't in the same space. And now, apart from Badger, Andrew, everyone else should theoretically be able to move through this space without issue. My main concern is that somebody's going to go, oh, did you do that job? And I'm going to go, oh yeah, I took care of that, when they know that it wasn't taken care of and it's some kind of like verbal test or something, which would not end well for us, I'm sure. But we can't just stay up here all day. So let's first try and walk over this other side as a badger and just see if anyone goes, I want to fight that badger. Okay, the stealth has been ruined because we've been seen. However, nobody attempted to fight Andrew the Badger. That is a good start. Man, there's so many chambers in this place. Our principal objective is rescue the druid Halsin. That's what we're really here to do. But they could be anywhere. Obviously, what we could start doing is just firing wildly with stealth sneak attacks, but I don't think that's going to do us too well in the long term either. Let's have the rest of the party join over here, because we've got more options about how to progress around the gaff. These guys will probably all be seen and abandon their stealth, but doesn't appear to be an issue. So let's move everyone across. Gale keeps getting resistance, and I'm not sure why. Did we change part of his gear? Character sheet, please. Protect from good and evil spell. If the wielder is attacked while wearing armor, they get default. Maybe it's that, like being really awkwardly implemented, because we're not wearing armor. Either way, I'm not sure. But things are going to be fine. Where is Shadowheart? She's coming up behind us. So at some point we've got to go down. Just begs the question, where do we start and who do we risk pissing off first? Also, there's a war drum there, and I'd like to destroy it if possible, without causing any undue attention to ourselves. So, Shadowheart, please. Blessing of the Trickster Astarion. Astarion, please step over to here. Where was that war drum? Can we make that shot? It appears we can't. With a sneak attack at least. Let's equip our bow. Or make a ranged attack against this. Okay. So far so good. Every one of those we can get rid of along the way seems like it might be a great benefit to us. That is not Halsin. Does this area only have one entrance and exit? That is a lot of exploding stuff, it seems. But I can't see... Oh, the water barrels would be incredible if we can get through without destroying those, because we are lower on water supplies since making so many long rests. This door is locked. which is fine if we can come in on this side of the wall, but there's no ladder here. We could hop down awkwardly, but that's not going to paint a good picture for the people that we kind of just literally drop in on. So, unless we're going to hop down twice... Oh, Scroll of Guiding Bolt. I want it. Alright, let's see how this goes. If we jump down and we can't get back up, then so be it. Also, we never opened this chest. Standard treasure. I beg to differ that we can't jump down there that we just jumped up from. I can see the line appearing for a split second. It's gonna hurt, isn't it? No? Good. I can't even see anybody directly below us here, which is nice. Let's just hop up there. Scroll of Guiding Bolt we will give to Shadowheart, of course. Nothing in this urn. Leave that as it is. Hop down once more. And is there anything we actually want down on this side of things? And if we do jump down here, is there a way out? There is a door that goes somewhere. So jumping down probably isn't ideal right now. Heaps of explosives, good to know. Chests, heavy stuff. This looks like it's not just an archway, but I guess it probably just is. And a random damaged vase up in the middle of nowhere. Why does my brain think, step on a trap somewhere, this falls down, the whole thing goes kaboom? But I'm not going to jump down there right now, I'm not risking that. However, jumping down this side seems far less terrible, especially if we can go via this bit of wall. Nope, that's not a mechanical surface to step on. If we hop down here, our next way up is very far away, put it that way. Alright, I'm doing it. Everyone else can stay up high. They can come round and provide support somewhere if needs be. It's a much bigger drop than I would like. But I don't see a safer way of getting down than just hopping. Yep, that hurt a little. But there are no individuals here, so... What's going on? We've got bowls, skulls, fish bones. Apparently nothing of great interest to us. That heavy chest is in the next room. All of this qualifies as stealing, which is risky just in case some random comes along and says, "Hey, what are you doing with our stuff?" I could unlock that now just in case we need an escape route later, but I'm going to leave it. This door is far more interesting, given that it doesn't seem to have any kind of correlating location on the minimap. Lockpicking impossible. Well then. I'm going to assume we don't have a key for that. Maybe that's out of early access locations or something else. That seems like a really bad time. I'm not going to be jumping down there. but we're going to have to jump, I think, across here to get back to where we were. Thank goodness we can make that. There's another war drum, and we've found a few individuals on foot, which is terrifying. Is this Priestess Gut? True Soul Gut. Okay. I'm just gonna go into turn-based mode and... Are we out of turn-based mode again? Either way, we shot that war drum and no one seems to be bothered, which is great. There's two folks guarding this door. That could be important later. A trader seems very peculiar. A chest in a window. I'm really sorry if this just appears to be me floundering, but I really would rather take the extra moment, realize, how are you going to walk around there? That door is locked. I don't want you to try it right now. I'd rather take the extra moment, consider my options, rather than act brashly and end up with a fight that's going to last for 30 or 40 or 60 enemies. But there is a broken war drum. We can't step on that ledge. We clearly can't jump over this gap. And as such, it looks like we're going to have to go back through this main chamber, which is slightly what I was trying to avoid. Although we might be able to hop over here, perhaps. Excuse you, camera. Okay, that went well. This is where we destroyed one of the other drums. This is behind Priestess Gut. That's probably the grate that's behind her throne, where these large giant spiders exist. I don't know what else might be down there. Presumably not much, apart from corpses and the possessions of said corpses. But for now, let's climb this ladder. We have reconvened with the party. And so far, our poking around has not got us killed. I don't know if that's going to continue, but we will find out next time. Thank you ever so much for watching. If you're enjoying the series, please do consider liking, subscribing. If you have any questions, put them down below and I will endeavour to answer all of them. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching. Cheers.